What's up, everybody? This is Spike. Oh, jeez.
This is Drew.
I just totally jacked that up.
That was a great cold opener right there is what that was.
What's up, everybody? This is Spike.
This is still Drew.
Saddle up onto the bar. It's time for 805 Live with Spike and Drew. Here at 805 Live with Spike and Drew, we strive to bring you fun, fresh, and stimulating content. If we had sponsorships by, say, Hooters or Jack Daniels, here's some of the guests we would bring you, our valuable listeners.
Hi, this is Keith Richards.
What's up, y'all? This Missy Misdemeanor Elliott here.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is R. Kelly.
Hi, this is Pat Benatar.
Hey, this is Rob Zombie.
Hi, this is Kenny Loggins.
That's how much we care about you. We would try to bring you Kenny fucking Loggins. Go to www.805liveshow.com.
That's a lot of love.
That's
A whole lot of love.
another brilliantly planted opening. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. Time to get out them drinks. We got a lot to get to today.
Oh, we got lots of stuff to get to today. So, yeah, get out them drinks.
Drinks. Let's get some people, some of the viewers logged in here before we start the stuff.
I have phantom power going to all my microphones, and I have no microphones that need it. And damned if I know how to shut it off. Well, enjoy that, microphones. And then something just went bing.
We're giving you $10 off to boost this post now. Other page admin. What?
Don't spend free money. You know how we do.
It's for the post, though.
Hey, needs must I ask you,
Yeesh.
what did you do today?
It worked.
Yeah. I did not work.
Really?
I did not work. I was a chauffeur today.
Okay, you're putting the cart before the horse. We got to do a shot.
Yeah, we do. I need a drink after all that chauffeur. And so, toast to somebody.
Do you have one?
I do not.
I do then.
Then, by all means, mon frere.
And this will definitely lead right straight into our first story. You'll have to table yours for a second.
Oh, I can leave mine on the table, baby.
No. So it seems that Mr. Gene Simmons of KISS is very likely going to get some more of my money.
50 grand?
No, I'll probably do the 2001. Maybe.
I saw that today and I thought back to last week's show and I thought, I think we guessed 10.
Right.
Is what we guessed. It would cost.
Did you read the whole thing of it though?
Well, all I saw was 50 grand into 2 grand. And then I was like, Drew out.
All right. So because of his entrepreneurial ways, and do I have it here still behind me? I don't. I moved it. Where did I move it to? The Me Incorporated.
You did something.
By Gene Simmons himself, Me Incorporated.
Is that the name of Gene's corporation? Is Me Incorporated?
No, it's the name of the book of business that he wrote.
The book of business.
I don't know where it's at. But gosh darn it. He's gonna make the money. You can't hate him for that. You can't. You know.
Kind of. Well, I'm torn. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't want to hate. You don't want anybody hating on you for making your money, however you make it. So
right. Well, there are ways I could make my money. I would fully expect people to hate it.
Right. But
Well, and when push comes to shove, if I offer a product and everybody laughs and says no, thank you, fair game. Fair game.
I have news about that. So we're gonna do this one in Mr. Gene Simmons.
All right, Husker-doo, here's to you, Mr.
Mainly because I tagged him the post and an off the hand chance.
I'm sure he's watching even as we speak. We officially have a show. The bar light is lit.
The bar is open. I am changing up the game just a little bit. I know you don't do that much on your end, but we're going with a little whiskey, and I did a little floater of Sprite.
So you have a little press there going on.
Little.
Apparently too much Sprite.
Lord. It's been a while since I've had me some CC.
So since you bring up the boys in the hardest working band in show business, I have to mention that I saw a picture of Mr. Stanley just today. Everybody drink here. You drink, I'll drink.
Drink.
This time it's my fault, y'all. I saw a picture of Mr. Stanley sampling wine.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, this is interesting. There's going to be Kiss wine at a price point for every budget and a taste for every palate. And then I thought back to Mr. Simmons trying to act like Mr. Nugent and say, never, ever, ever have I tasted the grape.
That is true. That's absolutely true.
That's like telling a eunuch to sell condoms, isn't it?
It isn't. And I thought we've talked about this, but we can graze it real quick.
Just ahead of it.
His family, his mother and his father were the survivors of the Jewish prison camps.
Right.
And his father passed away. I don't remember right offhand how, but she got him over to America, and she worked her butt off, and she's still alive today, as far as I can remember. And to not disrespect her, he said that he would never do that, and he hasn't. And he's got no reason to lie about it.
I just find it interesting that somebody that doesn't drink is selling wine. Seems
you didn't sell your body for money, but you still worked in a strip club.
Yeah, but I didn't sell my body for money.
No, you just let other people do it.
Well, no, I gave it away for free. Let's be honest here. I was strictly on the amateur course.
The thing I have about the Kiss wine, let me say something about that, is that they've tried this before. They've dabbled their foot in it before. And I think the first time they did it, it was for the novelty of it. And I would like to see it be something different now. They've just released root beer and cherry cola sodas.
Wait, stop the presses. Did you say root beer?
Root beer?
Are you from the Midwest by any chance?
Why did I say it funny?
Well, and the rest of the world is root beer, but it could be root beer. That's fine.
Root beer. I said root beer, I thought, didn't I?
RUTE? I don't know.
Wow. Way to bring it. Never mind.
Just commenting on the society as I see it.
So here is another interesting read. Me Incorporated. Build an army of one. Unleash your inner rock god. Win in life and business by Gene Simmons. I've read a little bit of this. It is really insightful. Like that a whole lot. So let's get back to it. So what was announced this past week, Gene Simmons from Kiss is getting ready to literally open the vault, and he's going to be releasing 10 CDs of unreleased music from 1956 to 2016, I believe it is.
I saw the Van Halen boys.
Yes.
He's got some stuff with the Van Halen boys on there.
Right. That is very interesting in and of itself. The interesting point, the selling point of this is he has 3 different levels. The first level is, now I can't remember it. First level, I can't remember what it's called, but what it is he'll have a major city that he's going to be at, and then you go, and then he's going to give you the vault that you're going to buy. There's 10 CDs. There's going to be a 200 and some page book. There's going to be a commemorative coin. I don't know what the heck the coin is about. Kiss fans aren't clamoring for a coin, I don't think. And then a doll, and I think a few other
Is it
from the vault.
Is it a living doll?
What's that?
Is it a living doll?
No.
Oh, damn it.
So that's the lowest level. That's the lowest level for $2,000 that you can do. Now the next level up, I believe, is $25,000. Yes, I said that correctly. $25,000. That is you and 20 of your friends, I believe, who will literally come to your house and spend a few hours with you and 20 of your friends. bringing the vault, bringing the stuff, bringing the schmooze. You can take pictures, you can get autographs and stuff like that.
Simmons will be signing memorabilia.
Mr. Simmons will be, I believe, except for guitars. And
Hey,
you know
home
why
better be.
Say again?
I said for $25K, Home Slice better be signing some stuff.
Well, but he's not signing guitars, and I've noticed that a lot of these guys don't do that because you know where it ends up right away.
eBay.
There you go.
There you go.
But the top level of this experience, the Gene Simmons experience, as he's calling it, is the producer level. And for $50,000, yes, I said that correctly, $50,000.
There's a happy ending, right?
You will become an executive producer of the Vault release. You will be given a private screening, and I think there too is one of those things where he's going to be in a major city, and he's going to be doing the screening. Now, the thing that I heard from what?
Private screening of
the 10 CDs.
Oh, okay.
The thing that I've heard from one of my sources, which is a very good source, I've met this guy a couple times now, the producer level is selling.
Really?
That he knows of like 4 of them sold already. And
so that's $200K.
Yep.
Wow.
Just to come and hang for a couple hours and let you listen to some music. That's cool.
Begs the question.
Yes.
Are they doing this in Elko, Nevada?
I don't think so. What's in Elko, Nevada?
Well, that's where prostitution's legal.
He's doing it in Vegas.
Well, close enough.
Okay.
Close enough. All right. Just was checking. Go ahead. Carry on.
What does that have to do with it? I don't understand.
He's virtually selling himself at this point.
Well, but you're not going to get a little handy or reach around, so it's
don't
know. No, I do know. You're not going to.
No.
So I'm a little torn. I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with that money, but you know, it would be a cool thing to have. It really would.
That would be, honest to God, if I had way more money than common sense, and I do have more money than common sense because I have no common sense, and I've got like $12. But if I had way more common sense or money than common sense, I would buy this for you. Because frankly, I think you would probably die a happy man 12 minutes into this experience.
And you know, the year that I've had has been amazing. I'm not making any qualms about it. I've met every single one of those guys this year in the span of less than 6 months almost.
Right.
And that alone has made me happy. This is kind of pushing my limit of what I'm willing to spend.
You or the wife?
Me, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a caveat to this is that, they do a cruise every year. They've been doing
right.
I think 5-6 years now.
Right.
And the missus would like to take a cruise. And I said, well, they do this particular one for 5 days. Would it be something that you'd be interested in? She's like, hey, as long as I'm going on a cruise, I don't care what we do. And I'm like,
right. I cannot go to see Kiss 5 times during a cruise.
So yeah. Plus, and they got a score of other bands too that play, which is,
I bet.
Freaking Steel Panther and Extreme's been on it and stuff like that. So,
right.
So that may be the next big hurrah we're doing in a year's
I would think that would be a better use of your cash.
Yeah, because you do get to meet them.
That's what I'm saying. You're bound to get the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So Gene had talked to you for less than $50,000. Contractually obligated.
I think they play 2 or 3 times, and there's 2 or 3 meet and greets, I believe, on that 5-day cruise.
Okay, so you're on the cruise. Do you have to pony up extra for the meet and greets?
Nope. You pay the one thing and done.
Gotcha.
I think the only thing you pay extra for is both Well, maybe
Who's-
all three of these guys, Tommy Thayer, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, on their personal website, you can buy guitars that they play at shows.
Okay.
So that's a little extra. So what they would do is, and I saw it happen in Reno with Gene, where there were two people that bought basses of his, and those guys got to have like about 7 to 10 people. Gene sat around and hung with them for a little bit. Well, for the time that I got my stuff signed and stuff. So that would be a little extra. I as much as having a
Probably not
bass.
gonna be on the guitar level.
Say again.
If you're buying the cruise, I'm guessing you and the missus are not going to pony up to the guitar level. Just a guess.
And it's and there too. That's not one of those things that I've got to have. I mean, I've got a
stick.
I've got a PS10 Paul Stanley model Washburn, and it's great. It's beautiful. I don't have it signed.
Never been played. Wow.
No, oh no, I've played it.
I know I said well.
Well,
Ah,
so anyway, so that's a big thingy, man. Freaking
That is a big thing.
$50,000.
Now, so how much does the cruise cost one?
The room, I wanted to have at least a window. I wouldn't have minded having a whole sliding glass thing where you could, like, you don't have a whole lot of room to step out on, but you have
Yeah, but you got a little breeze.
and that's about $2,000 a piece, $2,000 a person.
That is not horrid.
For a 5-day cruise, it isn't. It's not bad at
No,
all.
I mean, you got to pay for booze,
Right.
which is going to be another $2,000 for you and another $500 for her.
I think you got that the other way around.
Yeah, whatever.
What was I going to say? The great thing that I like what Gene's doing this time is if I'm bringing Mrs. Spike, I don't have to pay for her. If I'm the one buying it, I can bring a guest.
Oh, so it's $2,000 for both of you.
Correct. But I mean, it's only one prize, you know what I mean? Or not prize, but it's one vault. But he is allowing people to bring a guest, which I think is
On the cruise.
no, the Gene Simmons experience.
I got you. Frankly, I know your wife. I love your wife.
Mm.
She's not going to care if she gets to talk to Gene Simmons.
You wouldn't think so, but when we went and saw like Peter Criss, she had a blast, and I didn't have to pay anything extra for her to do that. But it's not something she would seek out. But if it were happening, she has a fun time with it.
And as well, she should.
When we met Steve Ogeri here a few weeks ago, that was a great experience. Would she go out and buy it? No, but
did she giggle?
Oh yeah, we both, we still talk about that. What a crazy thing that was. So
I got you.
While we're on the subject, I'll just finish up with this. Coming up in 2 weeks, I'm going to go see Grand Funk Railroad with Mr. Bruce Kulick and getting another signature on my painting, and I'm excited about that. If you recall,
for a second there,
right, I got hair everywhere. If you recall, Mr. Kulick sent me back an email saying, "Hey, make sure you email me a week before the show so we can arrange time to meet." And I'm still just kind of like blown away by that.
That's very cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's very cool. And I gotta say, everybody knows it's Grumpy Drew, but when Queensryche sort of invented the meet and greet for profit, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know, but they were the first one I noticed doing it, but they were mercenary as anything. And it just gave me the monkey butt because before then, hey, if we meet, we meet. If we talk, we talk. That's cool. I'm not going to make it a income point.
Do you remember when that was by chance?
Oh God, dude, that's gotta be 90s. Kevin would be the one to tell us for sure. He could quote the date.
Was it that long ago? Did they do it back then even?
Well, it was back when Tate was still fronting the band.
Yeah.
So he's been gone for a bunch.
Huh.
But I think, and I don't know who actually invented it, but I know they definitely jumped on that gravy train.
And we've kind of hashed this out a lot. I think it's a great thing. I think it's an outstanding thing for bands to do.
I got you. And I don't disagree. It bugged me at first. I think, especially in the Queensryche instance, it bugged me because I had met all those guys and partied with all those guys back before when they were barely getting famous. And then I saw him do. I'm like, are you serious? Are you actually seriously? But be that as it may, I agree with you. It's access that you would normally not get.
Right. And us, we're Gen Xers, I guess, essentially, right?
I think so.
Now we have the ways and the means to indulge in these kind of not childhood, but our, growing up and getting a chance to meet these guys as
Right.
opposed to, back in the day, unless you had some TNA going on, you weren't getting backstage.
Right. No, all you were doing back in the day was, getting crushed up on the barricade and
Holding your girlfriend's purse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That was what that was all about.
So very cool. It'll be interesting. I don't foresee myself getting one. I'd like to, but it's too many other things. Like we were saying right before we went on air, too many things. I need all the things right now.
But here's the thing. You've met every one of those guys.
Yes.
You've had one-on-one time with every one of those guys.
Yes.
When you and I were hanging out, living in the same place, I would have never in a million years thought you would have compiled all those experiences.
Oh, no. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But then again, we never thought that I would have been living out in California doing what I'm doing out here alone, that alone.
Right. Yeah, but let's be honest, living in California's got nothing to do with the fact that you've met everyone in that band. It's a way that the times have changed, and I'm tickled to death for you, dude. I love the fact that you've been able to experience that.
And it's definitely the 9 Inch Nails star effort thing. I mean, I dig it. I have a lot of fun with it, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. It's got to be a pretty good group, though, for me to check it out, or at least a decent price point. Who was I? Oh, gosh. Was it Skid Row? Skid Row's coming to one of the casinos, and I think theirs is like 75 or something like that.
Dollars?
I'm like, well, which is fine, but which is fine. But the bad thing about it is it's Sebastian Bach's not with him.
Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Rachel Bolan, do I need to meet him?
No, not so much.
Do I even remember the drummer's name? I think it's Dave something, but I'm like,
Exactly.
So,
and that's another thing. I've seen a lot of bands, even in the last year, I've seen a lot of bands where the drummer is the original second cousin to the guitar player of the guy that opened for him in 78.
Right.
And actually bought licensing to their name. So, yeah. And we've talked about this before. Lead singers have an extremely unfair stranglehold on a band, because anybody can play that guitar.
Right.
You find somebody that can sound just like Slash. Lead singer, that's who you're there for 99% of the time.
So then that kind of leads us into my second part, if you don't mind. Went and saw Quiet Riot Friday night.
Yeah, how many rioters were original rioters?
That would be Un.
Which Un would that be?
That would be Frankie Manali.
Frankie. What up, Frankie?
James Durbin. So right now, the lead singer is a guy by the name of James Durbin.
Why that sounds familiar, I don't know, but it does.
Because he finished 4th place in the 10th season of American Idol.
Like I say, why that sounds familiar, I don't know, but it does.
We don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but I will say I wanted to go and meet Frankie Banali. I've kind of been enjoying getting drumsticks and drum heads, and so that's kind of what I was wanting.
Right.
And we walk in, and they don't even have a merchandise table booth up.
What?
One of the 2 opening bands has a merch table up. Otherwise, that's it. No other.
Honest to God, these bands are playing for next to nothing at these second-rate gigs.
And you would think And that's one of the other reasons why meet and greets came into pass was that they're not making money on the music. They're making just a little sliver of the actual show.
Right.
But a meet and greet, that all goes into their pocket as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know if the house cuts into who knows, but you're right. I think that's where their cash is coming from.
So you would think that you would have some merchandise and that you would,
Quiet Riot would sell 30 shirts alone with the old logo on them.
With the mask and bang your head or whatever. You would absolutely think that. And when we got there, it kind of reminded me of when Kiss was in the Dynasty era. It wasn't just about kids wearing black and just getting into it. It became this whole circus thing, and there were people bringing their kids, and there were a ton of kids there. And I think that what it is a lot of these people our age, these Gen Xers, they went and saw Quiet Riot. Quiet Riot was one of the first shows they ever saw, and they're bringing their kids saying, hey, man, this is the first show you're going to see. Because there were like 2 or 3 kids on shoulders right near the front. And I'm talking like 6, 7 years old, maybe.
And I got to tell you, God bless you for wanting to share it with your kids. But I guarantee you they are bored out of their wigs. I guarantee it.
You think so?
Nobody gives a rat's. Whatever, Gramps, I got you. I ain't feeling no noise.
Now, 1979, when it's Kiss, and they were those superhero rock stars, that's a show. You put that show on, and a 7-year-old is going to be glued to it.
Dude, because it was a 3-hour cartoon.
Right. I'm backing up what you're saying.
No, I'm with you.
So going to Quiet Riot at a local bar.
2 guys come out on a walker, a third guy comes out in a wheelchair, and then the drummer is 19. Come on now. I got to tell you, it's a lot like the last 3 shows I've seen. You notice the drummer is always a young guy, though?
No.
Except for Bonham, which you just saw.
And I'm thinking the Steve Jerry, he wasn't a young guy. He was probably our age.
Yeah?
Frankie Benelli, he was probably our age.
Oxygen tank nearby. Did you notice him taking any hits off a mask or anything?
Do I have it right here? Where is it? That stick that guy used at the Steve Jerry concert.
Did it have a big hand grip for arthritis?
No, but it's longer than the usual, and it's heavy. This thing is like a freaking. This is what I should have gone after that skunk with. Gosh darn it!
Well, you should have gone after that skunk with has gunpowder in it.
Oh man. Anyway, so I don't feel the need to be pressed up against the railing at Quiet Riot. I said to Mrs. Spike, I said, you know what? We've wanted to try that balcony. Let's try the balcony out. And that was a cool place to see it, man. It was raised just enough, and you're just far enough back, not too far, not too close.
Dude, that's exactly where we saw Warrant. And who else? There was like 3 bands. Yeah, it was like first row of the railing. I got to watch the passed out chick 3 rows down that didn't even notice a single note of the show.
Was that Hard Rock? Was that the Hard Rock?
No. That was at the auditorium. So. Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So we really enjoyed the first band. The second band was meh. Quiet Riot comes out, and heck of a show. That singer, he's a great singer, but he needs to. Them testicles need to drop just a little.
Has he got a little bit of a high voice?
He was just very sing-songy as opposed to getting that gravel like Kevin DeGrow had.
I got to tell you, it's very bittersweet to me. I've gotten to see a lot of bands that I never saw back in the day, but there's some key piece missing every time. And it makes me regret that I didn't catch them the first time around.
Right.
I saw Queen, only Freddie Mercury's dead. But I did get to see Paul Rogers sing with them. That was cool, but it wasn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How was that show? I don't remember us talking about that.
Dude, that show was friggin' outstanding.
I got to ask, because I am, Roger Taylor's drums, do they just sound amazing?
Oh my God. Well, in the first place, that band has so much money behind them and so much pride behind them.
Right.
That the sound was just freaking amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Well, the three original guys, I mean, they were all music students, correct?
Yeah. Well, no. Brian May is a astrophysicist.
Right, but he was also they met at some college of music, some music conservatory thing.
Maybe he became an astrophysicist in his spare time while being in the middle of a supergroup, which doesn't make me feel bad about my life choices at all. But yeah, I got to tell you, that was probably acoustically one of the best, probably the best show I've ever been to in my life.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That would have been a good one.
Amazing. Yeah, well, and you got to see Queen music, you got to see Bad Company music, you got to see Paul Rogers music, you got to see Brian May music. Just the number of influences in one show was amazing.
Did they do any stuff from The Firm? Did they do Satisfaction Guaranteed or?
Yeah, they absolutely did.
That's nice.
Yeah, and it's one of those shows where Elton John is the same way. You almost find yourself looking at your watch going, Jesus Christ, how long has this been going on? Wait a minute, I'm good. Yeah. Just they play forever and loved it.
Nice.
Right.
Am I cutting out? Am I cutting out?
No, it's not pretty good.
Okay. So we're watching the majority of the show up there, and I'm realizing it's a pretty full show. So I got to turn this a second because I got some weird feedback going on.
Oh,
and I said to Mrs. Spike, I said, I think I'm good. I think we can go. And this is where
I know where you're going.
This is where this story, ladies and gentlemen, takes a turn, because I've been in the music scene a little bit here in the last couple of years, and I don't even know if I can even say the scene. I mean, I've connected through a lot of people through Facebook, and I'm making some great connections, and some great people are being very cool and supportive. But I get down to the end of the stairs, and this guy looks at me, he says, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he goes and he gives me the bro handshake, and he pulls me in and gives me the little chest bump. And Ashley and Mrs. Spike's on the other side of him, and I'm kind of like doing the
Steve, like, cut it out.
And he's like, "Hey man, how you been?" I said, I'm good. And I said, I don't quite remember who you are. He's like, "Well, we met at the boardwalk about a year ago or so." Now, let me interject for everybody listening. About a year ago, I did go to the boardwalk with my friend Will, and we saw like 3 or 4 local bands play. I may or may not have met this particular guy, but there was a lot of vodka involved that night. So that goes on to my further of the story of him saying, "Yeah, I don't remember your name, but I can place your face. You look very familiar." Like, I used to sing for Montrose. Insert the sound effects of tires reaching to a halt. What's that?
I said, you were telling me the story. I'm like, wait, what? Did they not break up after the most famous lead singer on the planet quit them?
Well, after Sammy left, they did get another singer. I don't know why. We talked about this the other night, and you realize that they had a different singer for a while.
No, I didn't. That's why I brought it up. I had no idea.
Yeah, they had a different singer for a while.
And apparently you know him.
Well, apparently this guy thinks that we're tight. And I'm like, I didn't want to say no, because, if it is somebody significant, I didn't want to just say, "Nope, don't know you." So meanwhile, Quiet Riot is just cranking out the music. It's real loud. In fact, I think I still have in my vest here my earplugs.
Yeah.
Andy, man, that was loud. But yeah, so this guy was firmly convinced that he knew me, thought it was great to see me again, and wanted to let me know that, yeah, I'm the ex-singer from Montrose. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this now. I didn't care what time it was. I immediately called Drew. I'm like, did we ever meet the guy from Montrose? It was just,
I'm laying in bed. It's 12:30. I'm just about to roll out, and my phone rings. And when you do what I do for a living, your phone ringing at 12:30 is never, ever good, because it generally means you're not sleeping for the next 3 hours. And there you are, and I'm like, was it on a flatbed semi-trailer in Tyndall, South Dakota? That was our good friend. Nope, that wasn't him. Yeah, no, don't think we ever met that dude.
So that's how the day ended, Chuck. I just said, okay, man, nice seeing you. We're heading out.
Yep, love you, brother.
I didn't even think like get a name or anything like. And I wish I would. I've done the wiki thing on this. I don't see who he. There's like 2 singers there that don't have a picture.
So it's either Johnny Edwards, Bob James, or Keith St.
Part of me thought it was Robert James. I think.
Bob James.
Picture.
Bob James sang for them. Oh, sure. Career men. Bob James sang for Montrose from 1975 until 1976. So he sang with them.
He was before Sagar then.
No, he was after. Sammy was 73 to 75.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what Bob James' wiki page looks like. Born in 1952. That's sounding right. Not a single picture of the brother. Pre-Montrose band Swan after he left Montrose. Yeah, no idea, dude. I bet you did meet that guy. I bet you did. And Bob, if you're listening to the podcast,
right,
keep playing, brother. Keep playing.
So, and I think you may have seen the picture. There's a what do I want to call them? Not a gaggle, not a group, but there's a conglomerate of women that have created a thing called band hoppers here in Sacramento.
I saw that and I thought to myself, is this another bikini barista thing?
It's not. It's more along the lines of the like Almost Famous, where it was not like the Band-Aids.
Oh,
where there's a group of these ladies that are like going to every live show that there is. And they're doing a hell of a job promoting the hell out of every band they go to. Now it's kind of starting off a little slow, but they've got the determination. They've been to a ton of shows in the last month that they've started. And I got a hold of the main woman, whatever, because you don't like saying gal. And I said to her, hey, this is my band. Would love for you to come out and check us out sometime too. It's a little bit different than the ones that you're used to, but we'd love you to do just the same. So we've become Facebook friends. And I saw her post the other day, the Quiet Riot set list signed. And I was like, whoa, Wendy, what's going on here? And she sent me a message back. She's like, oh yeah, the guys came out after the show and they signed stuff and they took pictures with everybody.
Meanwhile, you're hanging out with the guy that sang lead for Montrose in pre-band warm-ups before the first single.
That's my life. Right in the
You are not the starfucker you think you are sometimes.
So I had to put the hammer down a little bit to the missus. I said, whenever I make these decisions about going ahead and leaving early, a lot of it has to deal with, I know that you're there just because you're supporting me there. I said, in the future, You have to stick it out. You have to just go to the bar. Still, you're done.
Did you say car or bar?
Well, yeah, it's a pick 'em at that point.
There you go. There you go. Speaking of which, let's not discuss this pick 'em.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
We do not want to mention the pick 'em because one of the hosts of this show got his ass handed to him.
We
Holy buckets of balls.
did I think I saved the link. I want to see if I can pull it up. Yep, it's right there. And it's 805 for the win.
Not so friggin'
lucky. So we've only got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. We got to get some more people in there, man. It'll be
you guys are gonna rake crazy cash on us if we don't get more people to spread it out amongst.
It'll only be more fun if we can get more people. We got to get Mrs. Drew, and we got to get
bar parties.
We got to get Mrs. Drew and Mrs. Spike in there. We got to get some other people.
We got to get the Wesson oil, the twister board.
So coming in at number 5, Drew's Crew.
Oh.
7 correct.
Oh, got a ass whooping.
Let's see if I can pull you up and see what your picks were.
Let's not even talk about that.
Week 1. Let's click there.
Week W-E-A-K is more accurate.
Why does it have an X? Oh, you didn't pick the first game.
Yeah, no, I didn't, and that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
You picked the Falcons over the Bears. That was a good one.
Hey, who would have thought the Bears would beat the freaking Falcons?
The Bears didn't beat the Falcons. The Falcons won.
Oh, yeah. So, who would not think that?
Right. The one that was an upset for a lot of us was the Jets beating the Bills beating the Jets.
Yeah, what? Okay. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that one.
This is another one that got everybody right in the cojones. The Bengals coming up with a big goose egg against the Baltimore Ravens.
Didn't see that one coming.
Nope.
No.
Not a 0 anyway. I mean, good and gracious.
Right.
This one should not have been as close as it was, but you picked the correct one. I think everybody picked the correct one, but still not as close as everybody thinks it should have. The Pittsburgh Steelers over the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. That was kind of a surprise. I was like, really?
I mean, within 3 points.
Yeah. That never happened.
Arizona Cardinals losing to the Detroit Lions. Me.
Well, come on now. The Lions do own the most expensive football player in the history of football now.
The Lions do?
Yeah, their quarterback's making more money than ever anyone has ever made in football.
Who's their quarterback?
Oh, it's what's his name? Damn it. Josh Cade. What? Hold on. It is Matthew Stafford.
Man,
signed the biggest contract in the history of football. Ever.
I don't know why you would pick the Titans over the Raiders when the Raiders were a beast last year.
They were, but the Raiders have sucked for 10 friggin' years.
They were
or better.
So close last year, though, brother.
That's true. That is true.
The Tampa Bay Miami game got rescheduled for later on in the year, so that was a wash.
Yes.
The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Redskins. The Texans losing to the Jaguars.
See, and I thought the Texans were going to get a little hometown pride going after the hurricane.
Absolutely.
Negative.
This one was huge. This was a big blowout. The Rams over the Colts, 46-9.
Ugh. Yeah, I didn't see that coming either.
Who won between the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks? I don't have that information.
Really? Do you not have that? Richard Cranium? Do you not have that information handy?
Packers over the Seahawks, 17-9.
Christ of crutch.
And right here is the winner of the Picks in Pick'em this week. Hannah the Homo, big Carolina Panthers fan over the San Francisco 49ers.
You know, You know. All right.
This is a good pick. Dallas Cowboys over the New York Giants, 19-3. Vikings over the Saints, 29-19. And then big, close game, Los Angeles Chargers, different city, same sucky team, losing to the Broncos, 24-21.
And their quarterback still shaves his head and makes enough money to not have to worry about shit.
There you go.
There you go.
So number 5 was Drew's crew. Number 4, he started the week gangbusters. I thought he was going to take it. That's Mountain Man Dan. And I had to figure out who this person was. Daddy's Little Monster. I didn't know who that was.
We may or may not have partied with that person after a bar at some point. I don't know.
No, we didn't. That's Lisa from Omaha.
Oh, okay. All right.
Spike, the Viking God, myself, 10 wins. I win, and the winner, and I've paid her $5 Amazon gift certificate already. Hannah the Homo, coming in with 11 wins from the week.
Hannah had a strong year last year, as I recall.
We didn't know Hannah last year.
Yes, we did. She was in last year, was she not?
We didn't. I've known her for 6 months. She's worked with me for the last 6 months.
All right. Well, we've talked about Hannah several times.
In the last 6 months.
Yes, in the last months.
Excellent.
Well, take a lesson from Drew's book, y'all. Get your picks in early because there's a Thursday night game, and you might want to get your picks in before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
2 days, Grace.
I don't know what that means, but okay. So then you started the show off talking about taking the kids for a ride or something.
Oh, no, I didn't. Taking the missus
chauffeur or something. You said something about being a chauffeur.
Airport yet again. That's what I did.
You did what?
Took the missus to the airport yet again. She's left me for another week to my own devices to apparently ruin children as I see fit. So that's what my day involved, was driving to Omaha, coming back from Omaha, having 21 say, "Hey, the dog puked on the carpet." I walked in the door, so that was special. The only carpet in the friggin' upstairs is his launch pad. And it's white carpet. So that's fun. That was pretty much entirely my day. Although other things happened today.
Okay.
Somebody very near and dear to you had a presser today.
Apple has unveiled 3 new iPhone models at their annual keynote address.
Yes, Apple, keynote address, new iPhone, invented all sorts of new features. They invented facial recognition, which I've had on my phone for like 2 generations.
You have not.
I have too, honestly. My Samsung's had it forever. They took away the home button, which makes me nervous for y'all. And what was the other thing they did? They did something else. No home button. Yeah. And in the demo, facial recognition actually didn't work. So that's kind of
Oh no.
seriously didn't work. I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, and the edge-to-edge display, which I have on my Samsung already too. So those 3 things Apple invented today. The big day.
Crazy
stuff. I expect you'll have one the day it becomes available. That was me throwing it to you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get so you didn't make mention of the video that I posted.
The video you posted was not your dog running around the house with a skunk face.
Hold on. Wait a
Wasn't an
minute.
Apple presser.
Where is it?
What?
Video. Hold on for 1 minute. Yeah, it's there. Okay.
A
The
Roman.
805, the 805 Live Manly Minute with Spike.
You know, funny you should mention that. But I tried to watch it and I couldn't get the audio to play. So all I saw was you miming in front of a camera.
Oh, gosh.
I could not for the life of me get the audio to play.
Let's see if I click it right now. Yeah, it's working for me.
Or you could have let it play and then everybody could have heard it.
Okay, all right, hang on. What's up, everybody? It's Spike from 805 Live. Spike and Drew.
Yeah,
What's that?
music coming through well.
I can't hear you.
The audio was coming through El Crapo, so
Gotcha. So head on over to the Facebook page. Check out the 805. I have a typo. Damn it. Manly Minute. I put many minute. Many. There, that's been updated. To encapsulate it for you quickly, it's the review of a new cologne that I've found, and I've started liking a new scent. It used to be a very citrusy kind of scent is what I used to wear, and now I'm starting to take a turn.
and then the skunk happened.
I'm liking the tobacco and the kind of darker scents, and
Smoky, leathery.
yeah, and this is it's not mass produced, so it costs a little bit more, and it's a little harder to find under the main price point, which is about $80. And this stuff is amazing. So check that out on the Facebook 805 Live with Spike and Drew Facebook page. Yeah, facebook.com/Spike and Drew.
That's us. That's us. Yes. And you know, even though I couldn't hear the audio, I thought to myself, this is Skunk Boy telling us about a scent. How
Right.
can this not be fabulous?
Oh,
I mean, we're gooder than cake.
gooder than cake, Bubba.
Yes, it were.
Let's hit up this quick list and then let's call it a day.
Let's do that.
Go ahead and play your little.
Oh, I got to play a thing. Well, I guess I know which one of us is it.
He's got curly hair and tattoos too. Let's undo shot and stump true.
That means you have to ask me questions.
I am. I'm going to.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Taking a little sip of what there.
What there?
So, if you've been a faithful listener, you know that we've been enjoying the song list as of late. If you're a new listener, hi, how you doing?
What's happening?
Sit back and see if you can guess some of these. The topic for today's song list, and I don't know why there's only this particular number, but we have the top 12 best stripper songs.
Because why would one for each toe?
This is coming from Rock 108 Abilene's Rock Station.
I bet you those guys have spent a few fun tickets in their days.
You know, I put it into the Googles and I clicked the one that looked the best for our little show.
That's us.
So Rock 108 Abilene's Rock Stations. This is the top 12 best stripper songs. Coming in at number 12, I will give you what do you want? Do you want band or song?
Ordinarily, I would want you to tell me the band.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stick with it.
So number 12, I don't think you're going to get, I've heard of the band. I haven't heard of the song. The name of the band is Saving Abel.
I've heard of the band. Give me some hints.
You and I are this I don't. The name of the song is "Addicted."
Yeah, would not have gotten there.
Right. Number 11. This may be a slam dunk for you, my brother. This is Van Halen.
By the way, I've got to say good luck to baby because she's just about to take off on her second flight. She's been watching us on the airport Wi-Fi in Denver.
Nice.
So I got to tell her good flight.
Good flight. Yeah, coming in at number 11, Van Halen.
I'm going to say it's got to be Hot for Teacher.
Boom, nailed it. Swish, he shoots, he scores.
Net.
Coming into number 10, back around 1989, a band called Warrant.
Wow. Oh, speaking of Warrant, that's the second time we've talked about that. There could be so many, but it has to be Cherry Pie.
Boom, nails it.
For the 3.
Coming in at number 9. Now, this one isn't particularly one that you would think, mainly because of the length of the song, but I'm talking about Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah. If it's a stripper song, got to be Rocket Queen.
Nope, Paradise City.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I thought too. Plus, like I said, the length of the song.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming up next, Def Leppard.
Well, this seems like it's another 3-point with nobody in my face. I'm going to say, pour some sugar on me.
And you are correct, my friend.
One would almost think I had seen a stripper at some point in my life.
We're coming in at number 7. Number 7, one of my most recent favorite bands, Buck Cherry.
Buck Cherry. See, now it's not entirely fair because Buck is out of our stripper era. They're not.
I don't think with this song. I think we were there for this song.
Were we in the old guys section? With the walkers and the milky drinks? Buck Cherry.
Think of their big hit and you'll get it.
I'm drawing a total blank. I've knocked down 2 threes. Give me a help.
Crazy Bitch.
All right.
Right. Next up, number 6, AC/DC.
Oh, AC/DC. Could be so many.
Knocking me out with those American thighs.
Oh, and I'm trying to get the rhythm in my head, and I can't. I'm just drawing a blank. This is not
even with the hint. I gave you one of the previous
you gave me the
hints.
song. You gave me the song. Given enough dead air, I could pull it.
Shook me all night long.
There you go.
Coming in, I think we're at 5. Yeah, number 5. I don't think you and I ever got into this band.
At least not that we discuss out loud.
No, we haven't. But we know the dancers that have. The band is Typo Negative.
No clue whatsoever.
Right. Black number 1.
Don't hurt. No. Nope. Got nothing.
With lyrics like "You Let Me Penetrate You," this song definitely belongs on the list. This is 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, that's gonna be Head Like a Hole.
Closer.
Oh, that song. Somebody very near and dear to both of us. I used to crack the whip on the dance floor with that song all the time, and she would always come out and dance.
Don't know why you say that because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
She knows.
I don't get the number 3 pick, but this may be past our time. This is Pantera.
What? Pantera and strippers?
Right.
I don't even think I'd want to watch that.
The snippet says there's not a strip bar on this planet that Pantera hasn't graced with their speakers at least 1,000 times. Heck, Pantera equals naked women. The song is Cemetery Gates.
Dude,
I don't agree with that one.
I can see the guys at Pantera, in Pantera, spending money in strip bars.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, a little bit past our time, our time when we were in it, but this song definitely is there. It's a band called My Darkest Days.
My Darkest Days. Before our time.
After our time.
After our time. I'm drawing the big bubble-headed blank.
Zach Wilde played guitar, was guest guitarist on this. The song was called Porn Star Dancing.
Really?
Have you heard that one?
No.
One you got to check out. I think
I will definitely check that out.
Number 1, I think, is there.
If it's not the one I'm thinking of, this is a bullshit list.
Right. Go ahead and give it to me.
I think this song should talk about Paris. I think it should have had one of the best videos ever. I think it should be 4 guys from Los Angeles who swore they'd never play together ever again.
You've got the band correct, yes.
And it better be girls, girls, girls.
And you've got the song correct. He shoots, he scores. Very good.
That had to be the number 1 stripper song ever.
Right. Absolutely. Motley Crue, Girls, 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 number 1, as told by Rock 108, Abilene's Rock Station.
Oh, shirts on the highway. It's a bang, the future of rock and roll.
Oh, man. So there you go. That's a good list. That's a good show, everybody. You ain't got to go home, but you can stay here. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, return the stewardess to their upright position. And thoughts and prayers going out to all those in Florida and in Texas. Party at 408 Burley. As always, make good choices, do good deeds. I am Spike.
I am Drew, who's tickled with the Spike list this week. We'll see you in another week. Peace.
805 Live with Spike and Drew is trademark, copyright pending, and not sober since 1979. For optimum performance and safety, please read these instructions carefully, which is funny because how can you read a podcast? Some names have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. Some portions of this have been edited for time and or content. Some of the trademarks mentioned in this episode appear for identification purposes only. Subject to change without notice. One size does not always fall. Substantial penalty for withdrawal. Hooters, we really want you to be a sponsor. Do not play your headset at high volume. Do not puncture or incinerate. Do not change without notice. Do not stamp. Do not just stare at it. Eat it. By listening to this disclaimer, you absolve Spike and Drew they may have had a contact with of any and all wrongdoings past, present, future, for all perpetuity. Supersedes all previous disclaimers.